Welcome to Broadway Dispatch, today's news with a historical twist, September 29, 2019. Fall is in the air on Broadway, and in October we will see many new shows opening for the season. So let's see what's coming up. The Great Society opens October 1st at the Vivian Beaumont Theater. It's about President Johnson, better known as LBJ, passionate and aggressive attempts to build a great society for all Americans. The plot followed Johnson's landslide election to the agonizing decision not to run for re-election 3 years later. Freestyle Love Supreme opens October 2nd at the Booth Theater, an improv hip-hop show. Of note, this show has chosen to use Yonder, pouches that lock up your cell phone that ringing and dinging will not occur in the theater and won't disrupt any performance. Is this going to be the trend in theaters from now on? Hiding your phone in a pouch? Slave Play opens October 6th at the Golden Theater. Slave Play follows three couples as they navigate the complexities of race, history, gender, and sexuality in 21st century America. A very modern play with lots of buzz as the show to go and see, a must. The Rose Tattoo opens October 15th at American Airlines Theater. A Sicilian seamstress mourns her husband's death and soon finds love again with a passionate truck driver. The original production is from 1951 from the great Tennessee Williams. The Lightning Thief, the Percy Jackson musical, opens October 16th at the Longacre Theater. The PR states it's an action-packed theatrical adventure about accepting that normal is a myth and embracing the superpowers inside all of us. That sounds like a fun show. The Sound Inside opens October 17th at Studio 54, a new play that is billed as a psychological thriller. American Utopian opens October 20th at the Hudson. This is a theatrical concert, not a book show. So looking back on September 29th, what do we find in history? In 1960, Irma la Douce opened on Broadway at the Alvin Theater, now called the Neil Simon. The Alvin Theater got its name from the names of producers Alex Ahrens and Vinton Freely, and opened on November 22, 1927. Al from Alex and Vin from Vinton, or the Alvin. That's how it's got its name. Irma la Douce was set in Paris as a poor student falls in love with a good-hearted prostitute, but resents having to share her. So the student pretends to be a rich client who insists on seeing her exclusively, leading to many, many, many comical situations. And in 1934, on September 29th, Merrily We Roll Along, the original play, opened at the Music Box Theater by playwrights George F. Kaufman and Moss Hart. It concerns a man who has lost the joy of his youth, and it presents the story in reverse order, with the lead actor regressing from an adult to a young man. The musical stage version from 1981 retained the basic structure and overall theme of the play, but it updated it to take place from 1957 to 1976. The musical famously ran only 16 performances, and there were lots of t-shirts as costumes on stage in that production. And back to Moss Hart. In 1962, on the 29th, My Fair Lady closed at the Broadway Theater, which had been directed by Moss Hart. My Fair Lady premiered on Broadway March 15, 1956 at the Mark Hellinger Theater. It transferred to the Broadhurst Theater and then closed at the Broadway Theater. Mr. Hart had only died the year before in 1961. And in 1959, he had written his famous autobiography, Act One, a must-read for all theater lovers. Thank you for listening today, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss future videos. Finally, go see a show or perform in a show or write a show of your own.